couldn't use a little filtering for all the noise in our lives these days? That is the sweet spot for my real Finfluencer guest today, Jane and Manasa. Thank you so much for joining me. I feel like it's been, maybe like 18 months that I've been trying to nail this interview with the two of you. So it must say that you have reached full celebrity status.
Well, thank you for not giving up on us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
So I asked you if you could sum up the secret to your success with video, and you said, we're still trying to figure things out, but being authentic and unique certainly helps. How do you figure it out?
We're still figuring it out, honestly. So let me give you like a quick backstory of how we get here. So we're both cross-border planners. I'm a financial planner. Manasa is an amazing cross-border EA. And when we met about maybe 2-3 years ago, we met on some webinar and we decided to do virtual coffee chats and would meet every Friday and just talk cross-border stuff, taxes, because it's pretty complex and it's hard to find people doing it. And as part of that conversation with our virtual coffee chats, one day we were like, Manasa, why don't we just record this thing and let other people listen in on our coffee chats? And we did, and hence the International Money Cafe. So we're both sipping our coffees or chais and that kind of thing. And we started putting it out there, and it was not polished at all. We think we're getting better. And we did that for like, I think maybe 8-9 months. Manasa, correct me on this. And somebody said, why don't you put it on YouTube? And that's what we did. Manasa, anything else you want to add to that?
Actually, it's been 4 years since yeah. But the podcast kind of, like we would just record on Zoom and we would just keep putting it, just storing it. And then we would look at it and then we would be like, that sounds a bit too raw, And then, so we kind of came up with more things to sort of polish it. And then okay, let's make this official. Let's make a podcast out of it. And the video came up a little later, like Jane said. We weren't comfortable with it at all. So a lot of if you go on YouTube, a lot of our first few ones are just, reshared from the podcast platform.
You look the oldest on a YouTube channel. You have 183 videos, ladies. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nearing the 200 video milestone. But yeah, I think that's a great tip for other folks out there who are listening and haven't started. Sometimes it's easier to dive in on the audio front before you do video, right?
Yes.
And I think part of it is we're now so comfortable talking. We literally even now get together Friday morning, make sure we have our coffees and chais and we talk. And what has happened, and Derek actually kind of mentioned something like this on LinkedIn the other day, the topics we want to talk about, we just find ourselves digging deeper and deeper into them, which is great, but we're just having a conversation. And I think that's probably comes through on like the YouTube videos that we're putting out now.
What we have found works best on YouTube is specificity. So really being specific about not just, some sort of cross-border issue or feeling or pain point, but really giving answers to a specific problem. Have you found that you get more traction when you go specific?
We pick a topic that we think is relevant at that period in time. For example, when the tech layoffs were happening late last year, we were like, what? People are looking for answers for these questions. So let's look at it not just as tech layoffs, which is very generic to your earlier point, but more from a point of view of who our listeners are. And these are people on non-immigrant work visas, right? So there's a whole lot of people working in the tech space who are on H-1B and other non-immigrant work visas. So that's where we get specific as far as, okay, this is happening, but because you are our listener and you're in this realm, these could be possible solutions. So there really is not much that we do which is very generic. Maybe we did a couple of fun ones. For example, one was on Mother's Day, but that was also actually pretty specific because we went back and we were like, what money lessons did we learn from our mothers, and what did we bring with us? Because both Jane and I immigrated to the USA. I came from India and she's from Kenya. So, the things kind of in our world, things are pretty specific. So we couldn't get more than that. Like it's hard to be general.
When did you make the shift in taking kind of a full-length show and putting it into a short format vertical version that you could share out on other platforms?
I like to play around on social media a lot. And there are things that, some of these things are like so algorithm driven. You have no control over what gets reshared more or what gets pushed out there by the platform. So, when we started to play around on YouTube and realized that, wait a minute, the shorts are getting more traction than the long form videos, but there is a way to connect the shorts to your long form video in the back end. So let's get people to use this as a hook to then get them to come and possibly watch the long form video as well. So we started to put those shorts out more, and Jane is amazing at LinkedIn. She is. She's got a lot of engagement, and she actually spends time engaging with people, and that's why she has the engagement. So she started to share those shorts on her LinkedIn profile. So yeah.
Jane, how are you finding the short format vertical video works for you on LinkedIn?
So I'm already there anyway. I post like on my profile something not related to the podcast. The plan is to keep sharing them as much as we can, and we keep reminding ourselves, let's make sure we're having some fun with it. So that's what we're doing.
Manasa, Jane, thank you so much for joining the show today. Remember, if Manasa and Jane can do it, you can do it too. And if you need some help building authority and growing your practice with video, that's what we do at Idea Decanter.